What if you can be part of a collective of individuals that are doing great work in the world? What if you can be inspired on a daily, on a weekly, on a monthly basis with other entrepreneurial minds that are looking for solutions to climate change, to social justice, to gender equity, to financial empowerment? What if you can be part of that movement, of that wave of change that is coming? Hi, everyone. My name is Dom Narciso Kim, and I want to welcome you to the We Core podcast. The We Core is short for the Women's Entrepreneurial Core. And the reason why I'm creating it, making space for it, is that I see this huge opportunity to get you, yes, you, the creative individual, connected to the right people, to the right community, to the right mindset, to the right tools, to the right strategy that will set your life on a different path, on a path of service, on a path of servant leadership, on a path of meaning and fulfillment and purpose and community. You know, I've been doing this work for over 5 years now, and the first iteration of my work was called the Positive Success Show. And in that show, I taught about purpose and personal achievement and goals. And I interviewed a lot of different folks from a lot of different industries and asked them, how they got to where they were and how did they start doing work that they loved. But now in this second iteration, I want to be incredibly intentional about what I do, how I do it, who I work with, and the kind of community I'm building out. And I would love for you to be part of this community. So, why the We Core? Why now? Why you, Dom? What is this all about? So, I have always had this vision of working in the space of gender equity, of working in the space of financial empowerment, of working in the space of creativity. And I've basically taken all the things that I love and I'm putting it all into this new initiative called the We Core. And I want to teach you and bring you and build you and grow you and connect you to each other. Because I think the thing that's missing the most in this time period, in this stage of humanity, is connection. It's community. And it's not just any community. It's connecting with the right community. If you've ever heard folks say, like, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with, it's true. Who you surround yourself with impacts how you think, how you behave, what you think is possible or not possible. And so if you have been feeling stuck or unmotivated or not sure what you want to do next, this is the kind of community that you need to come join. Because in the We Core, and there's going to be several different ways that you can join, but in the We Core, what I really want to emphasize and build and grow and connect are purpose-driven business owners, purpose-driven career professionals that want to advance gender equity, financial empowerment, and sustainability. So if you are in this group of folks that want to create change in the world, I want to work with you. This is a call out to work with you, to build you, to grow you, to coach you, and also to create community with you. I've been overseas for over a decade now. And to give you a short story of how I got started in this space and in the international world is I was a Peace Corps volunteer. Shout out to all my Peace Corps volunteers who are listening. I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Costa Rica, and I was a very, just bright-eyed, idealistic, young person that just graduated from UCLA, and I wanted to make a difference. And I realized just in those 2 years of working in that very small community of less than 700 people, I made incredible impact just by showing up and just by teaching and connecting and communing with others. And so now that I'm older and wiser and I have a family of my own, I still want to create that sense of togetherness, that we're all on this life path and this life journey together, that we don't have to do it alone. And if you are a solopreneur out there and you're like, I feel lonely, like this is hard, you're not alone. There's so many of us that are trying to do things in our own little vacuum, but let's start to break out of our shells and connect with each other and figure out how we can help each other more. So I just have a few ideas that I want to share with you about the We Core and the things I want to be teaching in this new space. So the first is you can create a purpose-driven business or brand. So whether you are starting your own little business on the side or you're in a career, no matter where you're at, you can have a purpose that is intentional and that is advancing gender equity, financial empowerment, sustainability, all of these different aspects that we need more voices in the world. Second, you can be part of the solution, even though there's like so many problems in the world. You can be part of the solution simply by sharing your gifts, simply by being yourself, simply by doing what you do best, and only you know what you do best. But I want to really emphasize that you being your best self and you sharing what you do best, that's enough. You don't have to have this giant, enormous organization or work for a giant, enormous organization to make an impact. You can make an impact right now just by deciding to, just by choosing. And it can be as simple as a social media post a month that shares something you care about. That's the kind of impact I'm talking about, is that it can start off simple and small, but simple and small, that's beautiful. That's perfect in and of itself. And if and when you want to grow more, there's more space for you to grow. All right, third aspect of the We Core. You can make a profit while also serving a purpose. I believe, in this space of service and servant leadership, there's this notion that you have to give everything to the cause. Well, I want to, take a step back and suggest and for you to consider that you don't have to be broke in order to serve others. You don't have to have no money all the time in order to serve others. In fact, if and when you decide to make more money doing what you love, you can actually serve more people in a better way. And so there's going to be a lot of money mindset episodes, and I want to talk to you about money and our relationship to it and how we can shift it so that we can use money as a tool and money as a force for good, not just for others, but for our own lives, to amplify our lives and our voices and our movements, our businesses, our careers, so that we can serve and impact others. The fourth aspect is, and this is why I'm creating this, community creates waves of change. When you are working in community, when you are working with other people that believe what you believe, or at least have similar values, that have similar work ethic, that have similar belief in a better future, that is the catalyst for immense change worldwide. That's the catalyst. When you start connecting with the right people at the right time and you start doing good work with them in collaboration or asking for advice or getting help or getting mentorship, that's when you really start to explode. Your mind starts to expand. Your thoughts and your ideas start to expand because you're in community. My Peace Corps mom, Noemi, would always say, I forget the Spanish right now, but basically, God didn't make humans to be by ourselves or by themselves. We were meant to be in community. And I really believe that to this day. Even as I run my solopreneur business, from overseas here in Australia, I have to have community. Actually, this morning I was with two other entrepreneurs and we were collaborating on this new idea that we have together. And it's just a different level of energy. So just know that whatever you are doing to advance gender equity, to advance financial empowerment, to advance sustainability, is that community creates the change. As much as you can do it by yourself, you can do it tenfold with community. So really think about that in terms of what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're investing your time, and all of those things, because we really need each other to boost and lift everybody up. And finally, I'm a teacher, I'm a coach. I love, love, love personal development and personal growth. So I want to teach about mindset and habits and strategies for success, helping you stay on the path so then you're always intentional and purposeful in your actions. So you're always aligned with your mission, aligned with your vision, aligned with who you want to become. And I'll bring it back because I always love this quote. It's my favorite quote that shifted my life. And it's by Jim Rohn. He says, "Success is not something you achieve. It is something you attract by the person you become." I'll say that one more time. Success is not something you achieve. It is something you attract by the person you become. So whatever this next stage or this next chapter is for you, it is a becoming process. You become it by doing it. You become it by believing it. You become it by going through the hard stuff. Changing who you are, shifting who you are is hard by yourself. But when you do it with others, and that's why I'm creating this WeCore, you can go faster together. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to this inaugural episode of the WeCore podcast. Again, this is part of a bigger initiative called the Women's Entrepreneurial Core. I will be launching the WeCore very soon at the end of this year. And I would love for you to be a part of that by going to my website, www.domnarciso.com, and clicking on WeCore at the very top. Click there, add your name to the launch list, make sure that you are a part of it. I would love for you to get in the know of how you can be a part of this new initiative and also how we can work together. I have had the blessing and honor of meeting incredible entrepreneurs and leaders from around the world. And I want to continue building that network out and building the mission out because I truly believe that when we find our gift, our next job, our next chapter is to share it with the right people and the right networks. And so as I continue to build my mission out, my vision, my purpose, I want to help you build out yours as well. All right, everyone, thank you so much for listening to the WeCore podcast. This is episode 1 in the books. Remember to be bold, be positive, and take action every day.